Good morning, happy Friday everybody. So, Brendan Prince here from the charity Above Water. We are delivering water safety messages every day, and today we are going to talk about rips. It's quite a big one. So, every year tens of thousands of people in Great Britain alone are rescued from rips. Rips are a totally natural occurrence that happen at the beach, in the surf zone at a beach. So you remember our conversations early this week and last week about waves. The energy transferred from wind into the water creates swell. And when swell comes into the beach, when the water shallows, it becomes waves. And the energy in those waves pushes the water up onto the beach. So all those waves coming up onto the beach, all that water coming up onto the beach, the water's got to go somewhere because it's being pushed by the wave behind up on the beach. So the natural occurrence is the water has to find a way back out. And that is the rip. Totally natural occurrence. Happens anywhere on a beach where the water, the waves, this sort of height, the bigger the waves, the bigger the rip. In this particular scenario, the water is being taken back out to no further than the breaking waves, and then it joins back into the waves, back into that energy and comes back in. So there is a cycle that's happening, and this cycle is called the rip. For this next bit, I need the help of my family. So we're going to go to the beach. Oh, can't go to the beach. So let's go to our driveway. Okay, so the best way to demonstrate a rip is to get the Prince family to show you. Off we go. So as you can see, the waves are coming in, and all that water coming in has to go somewhere, so it goes out in a rip. So if you imagine, if I am a swimmer, let me put my swimming gear on. And I'm swimming in the waves, but then I go into the rip. When I go into the rip, this outgoing water, this natural movement of water, is going to be faster than me, and it's going to take me out. Now, it's not going to take me all the way to France. It's only going to take me as far as the breaking waves. So if I ever get caught into a rip, call for help, try and tread water, perhaps even float on your back. And if you carried on floating, you'd actually be brought back in with the waves. That's why surfers look for the rip, because they can use the rip to get the way out. Why would they try and plough their way through the big breaking waves when they could actually go in the rip and have a free ride out to the back? Rips aren't a monster that's going to come and grab you. They're a natural occurrence. You just have to identify the rip, be wary of the rip. If you swim at a lifeguarded beach, the lifeguards will make sure the red and yellow flags are nowhere near the rip, so you'll never get caught in it. Thanks, waves. So hopefully now we kind of understand what a rip is, what it does, how you can get caught in it. So really what we do need to do now is identify a rip so that you can see it and know what it is. And also, just to reiterate what you do if you ever get caught in a rip. So firstly then, this is the rip. Now if we look at it as though we're standing on the beach looking out to sea, we can see there are big waves, and then this bit in the middle, there are hardly any waves. And because the water is going back out, it meets the waves coming in and nulls those waves, so they're not as big. So it often looks like a calmer stretch of water, which is sometimes the problem, because parents can say, don't go into the big waves, don't go into the big waves, go into that calm bit in between. And parents can actually be sending their children into a rip. The other thing to look out for is this water, because it is going back out, collects all the sand and any bits that might be in the sea, leaves, twigs, anything that might be in the sea, brings it all together. So this bit of water can be darker because it's full of sand and can have lots of sediment and bits in it. And that's another really good way of identifying the rip. So if you ever get caught in a rip, and there we have our swimmer in the rip, never try and fight against it. It is travelling far faster than an Olympic swimmer, so you will have no chance. So you've got two options. You can either try and swim parallel to the beach and come out of the rip, go in either way, or stay with the rip. And if you've got some form of flotation, so a surfboard or a boogie board, bodyboard, then stay with it, because once you get out here, you will be free from the grasp of the rip. Call for help, obviously, float with your float. Float on your back is a great way of just conserving energy till it takes you out, and then you can either swim around, or by that time, hopefully, if anybody was, a lifeguard was present, they'd be coming out to rescue you. So that's the basics of a rip. They are awesome natural occurrence of the beach. A couple of days ago, we talked about whenever you go to water, we always stop on the beach, have a good look out, see, work out the dangers, work out what the water's doing, and that's the prime time to work out where the rip is, so that you and your family, if there isn't a lifeguard at the beach, can make sure that they are staying well away from the rip. Let's talk our phonetic alphabet. Before we go into today's letters, let's just talk about yesterday. I asked you, could you put a sentence together using just the letters that we've looked at so far? And the best one we had in was from Jonah, and it was, I fell in a pond and bobbed on me back. Kind of works in lots of different ways. Bit of a water safety message in there. Used all the letters, so we like that. Well done, Jonah. Right, okay, so today we are looking at Q and R. So Q is Quebec, Quebec. R is Romeo, which is Romeo. So we've got Q and R. So we really are building up our phonetic alphabet. Okay, let's do today's knot, and it's going to be a bottle sling. Now, there are many ways of doing bottle slings. You may have a better way of doing it, but this is the most simple. It's called loads of different names as well, but this is the most simple, so I'm going to give it a go. A bottle sling. Okay, so I'm using some paper here just so it's easier to see. So all you need is a bit of paracord. It needs to be quite thin paracord to create a good bottle sling. So this paracord is about 2.5 foot long, and I've used yesterday's fisherman's knot to join it together. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a loop, and we're going to bring this over, and as we bring this over, we're actually going to put our hands through to create a loop. 2 loops, in fact. Super simple. So that bit just comes over there to create 2 loops. This side of the loop then goes over the top, creating 2 loops here and a triangle here. We're going to pick this side of the triangle up very carefully, and this loose end here we're going to tuck underneath, and then we're going to put it through our 2 loops there. Now as we pull it, start to pull it, you will see there's a hole in the center with 2 ropes that side, 2 ropes that side, and 2 sling parts. This is the bit we're going to put over the top of our bottle, pull in our 2 slings, and as we pull our 2 slings, it all gets nice and tight, and suddenly we've created a bottle sling. Super simple, honest. Well, that's us done for this Friday. In fact, done for this week. Being Easter week next week, we're not going to do these sort of educational videos every day. We're going to put them on hold until Tuesday after Easter Monday. So next week we're just going to put general videos out because we're going to keep the videos going. Really appreciate you liking, your sharing, subscribing to our YouTube, looking at our website, liking us on Facebook. That's all going really well. We've had over 25,000 people view these videos over the last 2 weeks. So we're going to keep them going because hopefully they're making a difference. And we're learning about water safety, drowning prevention, all some extra bits like phonetic alphabet, our knots, bottle slings, very important, and other great stuff. So thank you for your time every day. Have a great Easter. See you in a week and a bit's time. Take care.